just then proceed. Okay. Good morning, good afternoon, everyone, regardless of the time that you're joining on this conversation. Welcome to yet another episode of the podcast. And today I have a phenomenal guest with me today on the studio. And he is going to be sharing on cross border innovations and taking Africa agro model global. And so today in the studio, we have Mr. Mariadas. I hope I pronounced your name properly. My apologies.
Fine.
Oh,
Mariadas.
okay. Mariadas, fantastic. Thank you. Thank you. He's a visionary leader in precision agriculture and sustainable agricultural industry transformation across Africa. His career is rooted in deep passion for nature and technological innovation. He's dedicated himself to developing climate smart, data driven agricultural solutions, not only to boost productivity, but also to empower rural community. In his current role as the strategic engineer and capital project lead at Dangote Industries Limited, Mr. Mariadas has played an instrumental role in revolutionizing sugarcane farming operations. Over the past 7 years, he has led major expansion efforts, scaling operations from 9,000 to 27,000 hectares. That's a lot. Through strategic automations and productivity mapping. His work champions integration of cutting-edge agricultural equipment, renewable energy, precision farming system, all executed with cost efficiency and environmental stewardship at the core. Beyond Nigeria, Mr. Marados is exploring piloting replicable farming models in Ghana and Ethiopia, contributing to a broader continental agenda for agricultural innovation. His ability to his ability to design and implement context-specific projects in remote and undeveloped areas sets him apart, especially in leveraging microgranular approaches that deliver maximum impact with minimum variance from budget. Mr. Maradas is also passionate about capacity building, particularly in grooming young rural Africans talent in smart, forward-thinking agro-industry professions. He believes that the future of agriculture lies not in technology, but also in developing local leadership, strengthening systems, and ensuring long-term sustainability. Thank you so much, sir. I must say that your profile is quite commendable. And the work that
Okay.
you're doing, from Nigeria and across to Ghana and Ethiopia as well, I would definitely say that it's very, very, very commendable. So well done, sir,
Thank
on
you.
that.
You have given all the credits of our Dangote visionary leaders to me.
Yeah,
I'm part of a
yes.
small team only, but still I can
Fantastic.
be encouraged by
Mm,
the efforts. Thanks.
fantastic. So,
Yeah.
question to you is you have successfully expanded your agricultural model beyond Nigeria into like Ghana and Ethiopia. So, what sort of inspired this cross border vision and what does it reveal about the African potential to lead in the global scale?
Okay. So, thank you, Ma. Uh, I think this podcast is going to reach more youngsters. I
Yes.
make some small comment of the understandings about their interest also. Yes, our visionary leader and our company's group president and chief executive, Alaji Aliko, his dream is like whatever you are trading, you should start manufacturing. So
Mm,
we are all part of his dream, and we are proud about that actually. And he also very much believing in building a sustainable backward integration team to
okay.
the country economic conditions. So what he is developing in Nigeria, he can able to scale it up to other part of African countries, and
Mm,
So he has a strong ethics like the human capital, and we
Yes.
are all really encouraged by his efforts, and continuously we started focusing on exploring uh, every uh, cross-boundary countries of Africa,
Yeah.
and how to scale it up. And every country, there are a lot of the political and the climatical
Yeah.
challenges will vary,
Yeah.
but the resilient team is there. So
Yeah.
we continuously explore and adapt and improve from our investment strategy. So we have our corporate strategy governance also. We are all part of that team. So
Okay.
they usually explore doing the pre-feasibility to understand how they can bring a very sustainable strategy to the team. And the
Okay.
implementation part, we will have real milestones and challenges that we try to overcome it. That experience is there actually. As of now, uh, Lajialiko Dangote's, the visionary journey, it has been now 35, 37 years. That experience is there from the team also. He keeps the same team with the same passion every time by announcing the greater surprises to engage ourselves into more investments of towards the country economical growth. So these are all the areas actually motivated us to expand to other countries also.
Hmm. Fantastic, fantastic. So from what you said, it's more like, oh, okay, there's also the need for this solutions that you guys are providing in Nigeria that also can be expanded to those areas, and also in creating much more opportunities and developing what can be produced from those areas as well. Wow.
Sure, excellent.
That's
Yeah,
good. That's good. So from what you're saying, it's like once a person is able to like sort of develop a model within a particular African country, they can also take that model to other African country and sort of replicate that
yeah,
model
it's
there.
the cross boundary experience is really good opportunity in African countries. The people mindset, the cultural understandings, everything are very similar pattern. So you
Yes,
can
yes.
easily diversify all your strategy, and the
Mm-hmm.
granular approach also you can adapt there. So it
Yeah.
will really yield result actually. Yeah.
Oh wow.
So it's
That's
the journey actually. Yes.
Oh, wow, that's really good. So my next question to you at this time is, what are some of like the key elements that makes the agricultural model replicable across different African countries with the unique socioeconomic and environmental context? From your own experience, what can you say about that?
Uh, the key elements like everybody will be from the global view. They say that African countries are blessed with abundance of natural resources.
True.
Um, yes, actually it is true, but the what we focus as a key elements is the human capital, how to improvise them as
Mm,
stakeholder, primary stakeholder. If you focus on the rural empowerment, understand them, the host communities, and function with them on a deliverable result, you will start building a sustainable team there. So
okay.
after that, your training will completely, multiplied by their own approach methodology. And
Mm,
we have seen it in our every project sites that you initiate, but they drive. And
mm,
com- the rural empowerment is like something. It's not from the urban side of the
okay.
resilient approach is not there. The urbanized youngsters are more futuristics. We are
Yeah.
really encouraged, but in agro entrepreneurship, you need a rural youngsters mindset
Yeah.
because they
Yes.
they believe in the long term results also. So that is
True.
the real effort we started seeing from them. I can
Mm-hmm.
believe that the key element is the potential untapped
Okay.
rural youngsters resource only. That is main, I
Mm.
believe. Yeah.
Wow. So the untapped potential within the rural context as well, and even the human capacity as well that are
Yes.
available for the work. Fantastic. Fantastic. Okay, so can you sort of walk us through like let's say like one specific challenge that you faced during the cross-border expansion, and how did you and your team overcome it, and what were like the major lessons that you would say that a young agripreneur can learn from that experience?
Okay. Um, yeah, challenges in every step we approach, but
Of course, of course.
the more unique way I can represent one of the key challenge how our team overcome is, uh,
Yeah.
the adapting the aerial spraying concept. So let me
Mm,
go with a small project actually, because the traditional way of labor intensive chemical spraying in the farming
yeah.
activities, you are exposing the labor force into more risky, hazardous way of lifestyle. Okay, so
Yeah.
our top management's dream always is we should bring a innovative technology that can take care of the health and safety of the host communities also. So
Yeah.
when we started looking for the this kind of approach, we started focusing on bringing some the vertical takeoff landing uh, aerial spraying equipments
Yeah.
in respect of UAVs, unmanned aerial vehicles, as well
Yeah.
as professional aircrafts. We started
Okay.
facing the entire country. They don't have that kind of equipments uh, in a
Oh,
localized way. So if you
yeah.
want to do the importation and try to practice, you need to parallelly train and develop the team also. So it was a very narrow window period, and we took that challenge that
Yeah.
in the equatorial range of every countries, the
Yeah.
sugarcane will start flowering in July to August, and within just 12 days it will be doing the flower bud initiation. In before that, we need to spray such chemical, and we started looking for multi drone companies opportunities. So they also started feeling like how it can be achieved in this shortest window period. Do we have any other alternative method like that? So what we explored is we went to pilot trainee aircrafts. We modified the backside of the seat. We removed that seat. We put tank and set up the spraying, and the pilot can operate the spraying equipment also.
Mm,
It was too risky for the other stakeholders, external stakeholders, to watch this come give guidance. But as a team on ground, we understand that the challenge will bring more hope into the system, and
yeah.
the investment, the confident in investing in the team will also grow in multiple time. So we adapted both. Actually, the hybrid aerial spraying concept we successfully adapted, and that
Okay.
gives enough strength to the team. And at the end, there are a lot of challenges we faced in the landing and takeoff and
Mm,
refilling, and some of the challenges we don't know the fullest technology part of it, but still pilots and everybody they managed to rectify it and overcome it. And we cannot break the team into two shift, because the same team can do the continuity means we can achieve with more experience. So we don't want to train a new team at the shortest time. People wake up every 4 a.m. They go to bed by 10 o'clock in the night. Then again
wow.
next 10 a.m. So the
Yeah.
entire team, 14 hours. we were completely engaged in the field activities. I started believing in the team that they are really resilient, they are
Mm-hmm.
capable, they face
Mm-hmm.
all the challenges. So everywhere we can assure that any challenging area we can try. So this
Mm.
is the area where we face the challenge, and I believe the youngsters can take this as an opportunity to try, because once you try, you are going to gain experience or research.
Yeah.
Both are going to be, good for your further development activities. So
Wow.
still memorize. Yes.
Fan- Fantastic. So, from what you've said, it seems as though at the beginning, when a person is trying to do that cross border expansion, there's a bit of knowledge and technical expertise gap. But once that is bridged, there's also that need to sort of be resilient, because
Yes.
much will be demanded from the team and even from the person doing that. So there's a need for resilience. I think
Yeah.
that agriculture, okay, I think that agriculture in itself is just that one profession that requires you to put in a lot of patience equity, like diligence equity, like hard work, patience, because there's a lot of work that you would do that would require you to be resilient as you go, as you execute the project. Fantastic. So my very next question to you at this time is, in building like an agro project across borders, how do you balance local customization with maintaining a scalable and unified system?
Okay. Yeah, it's part of our core ethics. We always look for that opportunity, because every time we may not be import dependent uh, project team. We have to
Mm,
be preparing our mindset to adapt the localization opportunity, and we find it as small pilot trials.
okay.
Every activity what we are doing, we explore what are the team can manage to secure the localized resources, and how
Mm,
to develop a pilot trial from that. So these pilot trials, yes, we need to make every task into granular approach. So
mm-hmm.
then you need to make sure that the team is well addressed with the task what is being assigned to each of us, and
Yeah.
everybody will have a reliever role also. So
Okay.
everybody will be a multitasking ability personality, and
Okay.
the timelines we break it into smaller milestones also. So we start doing the visualized project planner to the practical approach. So we do customize it often as the milestones are achievable. There are small areas where we need to do amendments and everything. uh, I think this strategy really worked for this can work everywhere in the African countries, because
Mm,
uh, the customization of the localized resources to convert and adapt is really a backbone of every project. Or else
mm,
we will, the lead time will be more, the consistency may not be there, and
true.
project will get a little bit diluted, means the hope will diminish, and the team will start losing the interest. So everything
Mm,
is interdependent. So we
yeah.
really focus, because we need to develop that localized approach actually. um, yes, actually this is one of the key parameter which I can say. Yes.
Okay, fantastic, fantastic. I know that you've also done a bit of work around like precision agriculture and automation as well. So, how do you sort of adapt these innovations in rural or let's say resource constrained settings?
um, we are corporate governed company, but nevertheless we are also cost conscious.
Yeah.
Even though we have the capacity to invest in a mass volume, our
Yeah.
management always focus on taking a pilot trial with the limited investment to see the return of investment. So, like precision agriculture side, uh, we started focusing on satellite based crop monitoring.
Okay.
So to do the crop health scouting, we
Okay.
when we engage three kind of satellites from one of the Ukrainian based company, and
Okay.
every time across Nigeria in the orbital range, those
Yeah.
satellites are flying. They will take hundreds of thousands of pictures, and those pictures being stitched to avoid and clean sweep the cloud coverage. So you
Mm-hmm.
will get a high resolution satellite imagery that will be put into some data analytical softwares, and they bring down the result how to take proactive measures in the approach of predictive farming. So if you scale it down, to the team, the face, the mobile phone usage, smartphone in the farming area, you need to focus on the network issues. When the
Okay.
network glitches are coming in, they go for the scouting and they complain that they cannot access to the software to reach the particular spot where it is flagging. Like every area, there will be uh, some adaptation challenges will come, but
Mm.
uh, as time goes, like every activity, we put some network repeaters in the field
Okay.
areas. We make sure that the software can work in offline also. When they can
Oh.
download the offline mapping, they go to
Mm-hmm.
the particular field, they analyze what satellite is giving as a flagging intimation. They come back once the network range is there, their data will be shared with their line officer. Like then they started seeing the usage is really progressive, and
Mm.
they encourage that where the traditional practice what they are doing is
Yeah.
comparatively more labor intensive, time taking task, very less accuracy. So the all the advantages they started realizing means the team start adapting the precision agriculture area, and we bring the cost optimization to the management from the
Yeah.
pilot trials. So once the pilot trials, they gain a confidence that the team can implement and become a very consistent team to deliver result means they scale it up. Actually, the investment will be added. Actually, this is one kind of the precision related. Then automation, yes, we are also doing complete trials, like the driverless or else the autopilot
Mm.
farming. So
Okay.
they are defined in a guidance path, so they will not damage any crop, and the accuracy of land preparation to until harvest will be very unique, and
Yeah.
that unified pathway will give enough yield result also. So everywhere we set up the mandatory ROI. The ROI is return of investment. We
And yeah.
definitely submit to the management, and we confidently achieved that all the years. So every achievements will become, uh, a performance appraisal to the team that any new proposal, there will be a good sign of indication that the executive management can release more fund into the system. So once we started developing this, then other places also we can do the replicated effort. So this is actually the methodology is the one I can say, but the
Mm.
constraints are there. As I said, sometimes the 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 labor force or the junior level team, they may be more reluctant to learn a new technology, but you
Okay.
need to cascade it down that without any pressure, their passion, you need to trigger their passion to know how they can be good in the global career if they
Yeah.
are this one in this remote location, how it will take them to the higher standard level, how they can be
Yeah.
very competitive in the job market. All those wisdom you need to open up in their mind. Once you done
Yeah.
that one, the entire team aware of the benefits, they start adapting it. You can
Yes.
build with more automated technology. Yes.
Fantastic. Fantastic. So typically, how long usually are your pilot projects? How long? Like 1 year, 2 years, 3 years? How long?
um, like two successive results we do expect, because that is where management can see it is sustainable. So first time, if a project we try to adapt the small pilot trial, the first year or first outcome we put a lot of effort, and the next try the same team is losing a lot of hope, or the challenges they couldn't able to overcome means it will be visible in the comparison of
Mm,
the result. So if you are very stable or
yeah.
more upward trend, that your team can give a very consistent result means management will see, okay, the two successive results are there, let us
Okay.
try to invest more and try with this team. Yeah, that's how
Mm,
like we have a lot of efforts in pipeline,
okay.
automated irrigation system, and our factory also, we want to connect into predictive maintenance methodology with
Okay.
sensors, and even our fleets are being monitored and tracked for its real-time production efficiency.
Mm-hmm.
So every team is really encouraged by all our activities. So I believe the pilot trials, two successive attempts, will really yield result in African countries. Yes.
Okay, fantastic, fantastic. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. So, from your own experience, what do you think are like the roles of partnerships, whether it's from the government, from the community, or let's say international stakeholders that they play in helping to scale an African agricultural solution that is beyond borders?
Okay. Um, the policy governance from the government side, like public and private policies,
Yeah.
it really need to be improved a lot, because for
Mm.
instance, we have this bioethanol opportunity in Nigeria, because
True.
we are one of the cassava largest,
Producers.
exporters or producers also.
Yeah.
So if you look into this enormous wealth, the consumption is still at the raw consumption only level, food commodity and everything. By value addition, there is no much progress. 5 to 7%
Mm.
only just to the value addition level. Remaining are
Yeah.
consumed as a raw food material only. Or there are some post-harvest losses also heavily is there. But if
True.
you want to adapt the cassava technology here to produce the bioethanol, the mandatory segment is the fossil fuels need to be blended by 5 to
Yeah.
10%, like a mandatory program to be released by the government also.
Yeah.
If there is opportunity, that kind of mandatory amendments are released, you know
Mm-hmm.
bioethanol to produce locally, and
Yeah.
distribute locally, some market driven supply chain also will improve a lot. But now at present, bioethanol also, we are still at production is very marginal, like
Yeah.
0.5 or 7% only. Even the other industries like alcohol or the pharmaceutical,
Yeah.
and so the fuel is still fossil fuel we are burning and polluting. So this kind of efforts will definitely, as a partnership, to look
Yeah.
into the policies will go extra miles. Then, other than that, the communities, actually, the communities, uh, whatever they are doing a farming activity, if you if a government and the communities as well as the private team, they can join hands together to build the warehouses where they can store their farm produce, and when the market price is more reasonable, they can if they have a good network of logistics, and there is no intermediates in the the buying and prices to focus, the farmers will gain enough opportunity in the profit margin. Then
True.
there will a lot of development will come in communities thought process. The communities will
Hmm.
focus about investing in more mechanization, as well as
Yes.
they start adapting a lot of innovative technology. They
True.
focus on bringing more machineries to do the value addition. These are
Mm-hmm.
the core area we can look into this to improve their profit margin also. I believe
Mm.
these are areas we need to focus. Yeah.
Yeah, true. I like you mentioned rightly mentioned, I think that there's still a lot that can be done in regards to value addition within the agricultural sector. I know that we're doing much, but much more can be done, to fully maximize what it is that we have as a country. You wanted to say something?
I'm good. Yeah, I'm listening.
Okay, fantastic, fantastic. Okay, so my next question now is many young African professionals, they sort of want to come into like agro businesses, but some of them they feel like they have like they're limited by national barriers. What would you say to someone who has like a vision for impact beyond their home countries? What would you say to them?
Okay, I slightly disagree with this because I'm seeing a lot of
Okay.
youngsters now. They are doing cross country trades, and they are doing a
Okay.
lot of producing also. Like the real fruit, I have seen their growth recent days. Affiong Williams, she started from drying up the fruits and marketing inside Nigeria, and she got
Mm-hmm.
some recognitions and to scale up her projects, and she started marketing across African countries, and even exporting to developed countries, Canada and UK market also. I'm not picking up one or two people, but I mean, what I understand from the youngsters, those who are successfully doing this, scaling up to other exporting opportunities, is um, they try the new methodology
Okay.
where the competition is very minimal, as well
Okay.
as they are new, but they have the more futuristic options. They don't go with
Mm.
uh, the existing market and try
Yeah.
and become a competitor, and
Mm.
like the greenhouse farming and the dry fruits or any value adding in the agri commodities.
Mm-hmm.
The localized effort, first of all, the youngsters to try to
Mm-hmm.
understand the nearest LGA or small state related
Mm-hmm.
activities. They try, and they are able to succeed, and they understand the business tactics, and they can still hope and scale it up. If they launch the existing strategy of involving into the competitive market of a product which is not an emerging one, they will face the challenges by uh, the intermediary agents and other challenging competitions. So a lot of importations also there, and if they focus more on the hand picking the emerging products in agri commodities, I believe there is success rate is more. That's what I
Mm.
understand from that.
Fantastic, fantastic. So for you, it's for them to sort of lean towards more of the blue ocean strategy, like focus more on emerging markets as against
Yes.
emerging markets or emerging products. Okay, from your own expertise, what if you were to give like let's say like an advice at this time, which market do you foresee are like more or less like the emerging markets? Like give an example, like maybe two examples or three
Okay.
examples. Like yeah.
Yes, actually, the emerging market means in agro commodities. Yes, the value addition of the exotic vegetables, you know,
Mm,
the greenhouse farming. I mean, this all season adaptable. They can start
mm-hmm.
doing in uh, controlled environment in a greenhouse. They can
Okay.
try the exotic vegetables and fruits to a smaller scale. They can focus on the nearest hypermarket where
Okay.
the standard society people will buy, and they can create
Mm-hmm.
a small basket of goodies of
Mm-hmm.
hand picked, harvested, fresh, something like that, and they can
Okay.
start channel it up with some social media promo and
Mm-hmm.
see their the client base is increasing. I'm sure this market is untapped, and we are still importing. While
Okay.
importing, we need to make sure that it is frozen and it is
Okay.
not fresh as how you are going to produce from your greenhouse. So I believe this is a good opportunity to try as exotic vegetables and
Mm.
fruits. We can value add, or else we can freshly supply to the local hypermarkets and try. Yeah.
Fantastic, fantastic. Thank you for sharing your insights on that as well. You are a big advocate for rural talent development, right? And how can we sort of like ensure that rural youths are not sort of left behind in this movement towards cross-border agricultural innovation?
Um, as I said, actually, the rural talent development, investment is a very big asset for them.
Yeah,
They always believe that okay, if I have this investment only, I can think about it. The visualization is limited by the investment capacity.
yeah,
So the traditional approach of exploring the NGOs funding, or else
mm,
startup funders, or else government initiatives. Everywhere there are, you have seen a lot of challenges. The
yeah,
youngsters may not be really encouraged. They will not
hmm,
will not gain what they are expecting, and
true,
lot of challenges in acquiring that fund. And after that one also, there are middle agents, those who also destroy their dreams.
yeah,
So they always have a negative opinion about the approach towards their investment pattern. So they limitize their investment methodology and vision to a very smaller value, and they
okay,
start thinking in that range. So as I can understand from the team whom we are really encouraging to develop as youngsters to come out and explore, I used to set their goals higher, that I open up their vision to the global the funders. I link them up. I stay connected with them, and I have some experience. Means I add that value to them because my confident towards that youngsters. The global funders, they start focusing like okay, uh, they are really talented. That's why Maridas is bringing them in the front. So that
yeah,
type of interactive sessions started. Means the project submissions and the project related the proof of concept. When they expect, we our youngsters will step back again. Where can I achieve the proof of concept? Because I'm connected to the global funders. They are the numbers are big. The investment can be possible. My dreams are more sharpened, but where I can get the proof of concept means that time, uh, that is the I mean we need to step in actually.
Yeah.
The entrepreneurs here, they really need to step in and support the team, so that a small investment, the proof of concept can be prepared, and that result also will gain that the global fund can be opened up one time, right? Like one youngster coming out and successfully launching a concept and winning, he become a role model. He or she become a role model to
True.
the nearest entire rural communities, and they all get their advice and they grow. So how this will lay a good path actually. Yes, ma'am.
Mm. Fantastic. Fantastic. Um,
Yes.
So Africa is sort of seen as like the future for food production. From your experience, what would you say it would take for the continent to move from potential to like the global agricultural leader that it can be?
Okay. We are we still focusing like Africa as a global food production? It's something it's a dangerous attempt, I can say.
Mm,
The African population, the human asset, must be self-sustainable in all aspects.
yeah,
The self-saturation is inevitable. Their their health parameters is developed only by the safe food, the variety of all the food commodities that needed for their the healthy future generation need to be
yeah,
focused. If we focus on commercial farming to cater the global food chain, you know,
yeah,
uh, uh, what the that money enters into the African communities is forced to buy other essential food commodities or health related you know purchases,
mm,
not in an affordable price. So
yeah,
my vision, my expectation is maybe the policy advocates or the political stand may take a
mhm,
diversion very soon, that the self sustainability of African human assets are more important, predominantly, the herbals as well as the diversified food production for their self sustainability is more important. Once
mhm.
we are capable of developing this kind of assets, then I think the next step can be global food production, like that. I
Okay.
just believe, yeah.
Okay, so we still have a long way to go in terms of producing for ourselves, healthy foods that will sustain us before we even think about trying to take it much
Yes,
more global.
we
Okay,
should
within
not
the
be commercialized faster than how
mm,
we comfortably live and set up our future generation with healthy environment. So the
mm,
commercialization cannot be reversed back to the more natural way of living in a quick tenure, and we will lose 4 or 5 generations for this trap. And I'm from India, and I have seen my India in 90s and 2000, then now 2010 and 20. Lot of challenges, and we are
mm,
seeing African countries also being uh, they are excited towards this transformation and
yeah,
commercialized attempt, but
yeah,
commercialization needed, but with self sustainability. First of all, we
yes.
need to improvise our
Mm.
self standard. Yeah. Yes,
Yeah,
ma'am.
fantastic. You made mention of a bit about some about policies, right? From your own standpoint, what do you think like policymakers and even the government, if you let's say a government personnel is here listening to this or a policymaker is on this call today listening to our conversation, what would be like the admonition, or let's say like the counsel you would sort of give to them in terms of the systems that they can create to help enable expansion across the African nations, and things that you feel needs to be improved.
Yeah. Um, I'm not too expert in that, but I can add my comments here. But as intra trade is a more important one for crossing a boundary with agro commodities
Yeah,
is an exchange of food commodities as per the soil texture between
yeah,
two African countries. Uh,
yeah.
Policies must open the door for the free intra trade, and
Okay.
the commodity exchange must be happened in the African currencies. So, or else
Mm,
the commodities must be in the terms of exchanges, and
yeah,
so you will not spend your value of your commodities to just to exchange through some
yeah,
foreign. And so I think this policy need to be taken care by all the government of African countries. If they open the door for the the boundaries to be simplified, they have
yeah,
challenges. I you know some illegal activities, some
yeah.
other trades are also possible when you free the borders, but we
Hmm.
can you that governments can adapt a good technology about filtering only the food commodities to exchange between us between them in terms of commodity understanding.
Mm.
They can simplify policy towards this. That will improve a lot. Yes.
Mm. Fantastic, fantastic, fantastic. I like the part when you talk about trading with the African currency. I like that part
Yes,
as well.
committee is needed actually here.
Mm.
uh, there should be a single currency inside the African continent, and they can trade
Mm.
easily, and it will strengthen the business volume. And because the environment, the living standard, everything is similar pattern. So all the
Mm.
food commodities to be exchanged, and everywhere there are more strength can be seen. Yes.
That's really good. Really, really good. Hmm. Interesting. So, I think this would almost be close to our final question at this time. Um, I think there's, for my own perspective, I think that, um, okay, I'm trying to phrase this question in a very, okay. So there are lots of youths within Africa that still have the notion that agriculture is not a viable means for economic empowerment. For some of them, they think of it as a very drudgery work, right? And for some youths, they don't want to be involved in it. Like, oh God, because when they think about it, it's like, oh, if you become a farmer, you're just going to be wretched, and so they don't want to be part of it. What would you say to such a person that still has that kind of process towards agriculture?
Okay. Yes, they can take it more positive way to explore more youngsters. They gone back to earn from the international, uh, the job market. Those who are
Mm-hmm.
coming back with a vision and establishing some agro commodity related businesses. So
Yeah.
this kind of positive approach also they need to develop now. And
Mm.
agriculture is been often described by the raw produce is supplied directly to
Mm.
the agents in the nearest market. So the
Yeah.
price is not too welcoming for them to see the profit margin is not there. So often they get tired of choosing the agriculture as their best choice. But in terms of people who went to abroad and make money out of it. They started thinking like this is not going to be my future generations asset. I have to go
Mm-hmm.
back and set up my own agro business in my home country. Like
Yeah.
more visionary opportunities, they are coming down here and developing.
Yeah.
I think the two verticals we need to link them. The one is
Mm.
coming down with the foreign exposure, understanding
Yeah.
the machinery life there, and coming back to connect with the nature and do a sustainable life standard. And the person who is in the rural side, who don't want to take a risk, enter into agriculture, these two must be bridged. There should be a
Mm.
connecting platform where they both must share their vision, and one has a wealth, the other has a opportunity to try, more resilient.
Mm.
If we connect them, they will make progress. Actually, this
Mm.
way we can create a positive impact. Actually, yes,
Mm. So for you, you believe that if there's an ecosystem that sort of connects both kinds of people together,
yes,
the convergence of them, their expertise and their knowledge can then be utilized to create something that is much more valuable to the to the country or to the continent, right?
yes. The African global diaspora are always looking for investing back into African countries. They want to come back and establish the agro business. At the same time, here the youngsters are so tired that what they can bring fortune into their life standards when they enter agriculture business like that. So it is only a investment strategy. The people mindset must change. The
Mm.
moment the trusted hands are joining together, they start investing. These people, they start working very powerful way, the results will come out, and it becomes a setup standard. Everybody will follow the same pattern, so they can really develop a good team. A cluster can be formed. Yes.
Mm. That's really good, really good. I like how you put it. So it all starts with that collaboration with the different groups of people. Mm.
Yes.
Fantastic, fantastic. All right. I think that that will be all for today. Thank you so
Okay.
much.
Thank you,
Thank
Ma.
you.
Thanks for the time and the opportunity. I believe
Yeah,
the is also listening to this podcast. My
yeah,
best
yeah.
wishes to everyone, and I can be connected to them all the means. I have a good
Oh,
network in the global agro vision, so everybody is passionate towards the the integrated self-sustainable system. So we
yeah.
can connect. We can connect the youngsters when they approach us.
Okay, fantastic.
Thank you.
For the persons that want to connect with you, how best is the for them to reach out to you? Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook. How best would can people connect with you?
Anyway, any mode, actually, I'm really connected. I'm very active in social media for the youngsters. If they
Yeah.
chat with me in WhatsApp, I will immediately reply to them. You can
Okay.
share my
Fantastic.
name.
Okay, fantastic, fantastic, fantastic. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And last, I think okay, this might be the last because on the podcast, one of the aims that I want to try to achieve with it is to also help young Africans or Nigerians see the possibility within agriculture as a viable means for personal economic empowerment as much as national development as well. And so one of the things I tend to seek from speakers is, oh, if you have like a community where you're creating like trainings or capacity building things for young people, do you guys have anything like that that people could sort of assess and then maybe learn a bit of something as regards agriculture? Is there an opportunity for that? And if yes, how can they take advantage of it?
Okay, we have a global world business organization, like one team is there. Uh,
Okay.
we do uh, we do select some rural community areas. We set
Okay.
some role model team to function.
Okay.
So it is all about the investment pattern is about like biannual in smaller scale. Okay, so if any kind of a community team very close to, we have currently projects going on near the Lake Chad. One
Okay.
of our UK team, they are the planting, the soya bean, and they are
Oh,
value
nice.
adding the marketing, and they are also trading the tomato, and through the cold chain they are supplying it to exporting it. So if that
Mm,
way, like Kenya also, some part of the area
okay.
we are doing. So any youngsters from any part of African country, if they come out with some idea that they want some investment team, I can connect them to this world business group, so that it can be a fruitful, opportunity for both sides. Yes.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you so much, Mr.
Thank you.
Mariadas. It's been such a delightful conversation with you today. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for sharing your expertise with the community. And thank you as well for the amazing work that you are doing with the Dangote Group. It's such a delight, such a delight. And it seems as though like you guys are always working round the clock, always working round the clock. So well
Yeah.
done.
Thanks. Thank you. Thank you. Have a great weekend, Ma, for you.
You too,
Take care.
sir. Bye.
Bye
Yeah.
bye.